Ever hear of the famous inventor J.R. Lanzetta? He created the Humpback 300, which is an innovation in bowling. Fox 13's Charlie Belcher introduces us to the inventor and shows us how he bowled over the industry.
If you've ever tossed a heavy ball down a slick striped lane, you know how satisfying it is to see those pins go crashing. But chances are you also know how frustrating it is when that heavy ball doesn't come right back.
Sometimes the balls would get stuck or they wouldn't come back at all. Then you have to call the desk and have somebody retrieve it.
And it was very annoying for them, and consequently for my staff.
It messes your rhythm up. So when you have your timing, and bowling is nothing but rhythm and timing.
That's where J.R. Lanzetta comes in, and his raised piece of rubber that may just make him a millionaire.
My dad actually managed bowling centers, so I've been around them all my life, and you get to realize what certain problems are, and the biggest problem in a bowling center is getting the ball back.
So Lanzetta invented the Humpback 300. Here's the prototype. The problems occur after a bowling ball picks up so much oil from the lane. It was too slick for the old return machines to grab a hold of it. But this raised piece of rubber gets it every time.
So that's what I have a patent on, is the protrusion on the belt. No matter how much oil's on the ball, it's going to come back. It's physics. You know, when a ball goes into an area this big and then the area gets smaller, the ball's got to go somewhere when that hump comes around.
Simple, right? Well, then why didn't we think of it? Instead, JR did, and he built a business around it. Here in Holiday is where they make the Humpback 300.
It's pretty hard for a small person to compete with a big company, but when you make something better than the big company, you make their stuff obsolete, you really have no competition, no matter how big they are.
Lanzetta builds them. His partner Cassandra Cassetta sells them in every state and now around the world, all in just 3 short years.
The orders just started coming in, and it was a little bit scary. And it just took off from there.
Now, of course, not all of JR's inventions have been as popular or as profitable as the Humpback 300. There was the time he invented the dual nail polish bottle. Never quite took off. But hey, when you've invented the Humpback 300, who cares?
These patents that I'm doing with the bowling machines is really the first way I made money with a patent.
Here's the Humpback in action at Tarpon Lanes. Keeps those bowling balls moving and keeps those bowlers happy.
I haven't had to call for a ball yet.
Feel like a pioneer?
A little bit, which is a good feeling.
Charlie Belcher, Fox 13 News.
Pretty smart. Lanzetta's not finished yet. He's working on several new patents for other parts of bowling machinery. Seems to be working, and he's also trying to come up with a way to build better bowling seats.
Well, that'd be good.
Yeah,
Straight get that ball back, though, but we wanted to knock all those pins down. Now, you can work on that.
That's what he needs to do next.
Well, you
get a
can
patent
work on that. Anybody can come up with an idea. Now, coming up in a minute, Paul has got some of the latest information on the weather, and Hurricane Michelle is